Hi, it's the Animal Club, and we have a really important message for you. You really need to hear this. If you don't know, good for you. If you do, just a refresher. We wanted to talk about bees. Weird topic to discuss, I know, but it's really critical. We all know, or most of you do, that bees are very truly important to us, our ecosystem. Before pesticides and environmental harming chemicals, there were bees. They pollinated our food naturally, and they helped keep us alive. And in turn, we gave them food, the pollen of our food. It was a symbiotic relationship, which means we worked together. But then, something changed. Humans decided to move on. We decided to start using pesticides and chemicals and all of these harmful things to replace bees. Do you know how many harmful chemicals and dangerous things are in pesticides? Look, there are many harmful, dangerous, awful, environmentally terrible things in there. And it was so much easier for us with bees. Okay, maybe they sting. It's just because there's a giant person standing over them trying to squash them, most likely, or they're near them. Can you blame them? If there was a giant trying to squash you, would you not do some form of combat? I know I would. Anyways, back to the message. Since 19 somethings, I don't know, but it's been going on for a while now. 30% of the bee population has been dropping. If you guys know, then good for you. But I'm here to tell you that it's coming down. We're losing our bees so fast, and it's so impacting. They are really critical to us, and they make all of our food. Honey is used in medicine and so many other things. Bees aren't just some random species. They have a system. Bees have health care, okay? Weird fact, but it's true. They have been collecting resin from leaves. It's documented. And they use this resin to help themselves for their health. They make sure one bee who is sick doesn't contaminate their society. They have communication through dances and body language. They're very civilized. And they really do care. So we need to remember that bees are important to us. They're not just pets. Maybe they sting, but it's just because they're scared about being squashed. And after they sting you once, 2 days later, they're going to die. They're small insects, so they do have a short lifespan. But they have a very big job. And why do we need to make it harder? Why? Flowering plants are being lost, so bees have less food. Chemicals and pesticides are in their less food, so that's even less food for them. It's becoming harder to fly because of all of the smoke and air pollution as well, so that's less bees. And then there's natural deaths on top of that. There's so many reasons why we're losing our bees, and it's really just not cool. If things keep going down, how soon will we lose our bees? We need to take action now. I'm telling all of you sitting on your couch watching this to get up and do something. Just today, I learned about this and I thought, hey, why not get up and do something? Because this is impacting. It's not like some random thing. This is important, okay? So I did something, and you guys can too. It might seem hopeless from the way I'm putting it, but there's hope. You and me and everyone on this earth, all 7.9 billion of us, can get up and go plant something. Plant some flowering plants that bees need. Use natural fertilizers like alfalfa. And I'm no expert on this, but I know we're losing them, and I know that we need them. And I know that there are a few things we can do. Just plant something. Anything that a bee would like. Make it a restaurant for them. Give them all of the flowers they need. They don't have any food because of us, so we need to fix our mistakes. We've all seen those TV shows that say, fix your mistakes, or read those kindergarten books. That may sound really, really silly. Have the tiniest of problems. But they get the idea. And their usual memo is, I fixed my mistakes. Mommy and Daddy were proud of me. So we can fix our mistakes too, whether they're in a corny kindergarten form. You don't need to be old enough to do it, but we can make a difference. 30%, that's really significant. And every winter, along with the natural causes. Come on, this is really bad. And then on top of this, there's the problem of pesticides and the ozone. The ozone is, we all know it provides oxygen and it keeps, well, it's important to us. It blocks UV, which could kill us. Now, I don't know much about this. So, I'm going to give the mic to someone who does. Monkey, please continue.
Okay, so anyways, continuing with the ozone layer. As we know, and as Dolphin just said, these pesticides are causing a lot of pollution, and that pollution is in the air. But did you know that this air pollution is causing harm to our ozone layer? And the ozone layer is what protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. And the sun, well, yes, it has harmful rays. And the ozone layer is what protects us from that. So what happens when the ozone layer is gone? Well, in short, we are all doomed. So how is this ozone layer breaking apart and fading away by time? Well, with all those pesticides, air pollution, and etc., that is going on in our world today. So if we stop using these pesticides, this could help us deeply with this ozone layer problem, and it could not just save all the animals on this planet, but also us. So let's be a little bit more cautious about this.
Now, like Monkey said, it's hurting our ozone. But, all right, bees might go down in maybe a century or two. That's 200 years. That doesn't mean we can slack off. What did we do with global warming? We waited a couple years. Greta Thunberg, she realized the problem way sooner and she took action. And it did make a difference because Greta Thunberg, shout out to you, really made me realize, oh my gosh, it's so bad. We were living with this for so long and now it's almost too late. We have to come up with so many creative solutions. But did anyone ever notice if we had stopped earlier, fixed our mistakes when they started, then would we really be facing these problems? No. It'd be a lot more helpful if we realized how much damage we were causing. Also, to y'all farmers out there, put some seaweed in your cow's diet. It reduces methane by like 90 something percent. And it's really useful. Methane is a really dangerous gas. It pollutes the air quite a bit. We all release it, but a major releaser are cows. And research has shown that, I'm not exactly sure what research. I know there was research behind this, I just can't remember what. You can Google it yourself. I know that methane is reduced by putting some seaweed in your cow's diet. It actually really helps a lot, and that could make a huge difference. Now, I wanted to tell you, we all know bees are critical, but I just wanted to emphasize how critical. Well, we know about polar bears, right? And I'm going to pass the mic to Polar. He's our bear expert.
We all know that polar bears are going extinct due to global warming, but it doesn't mean that polar bears go extinct. It also affects all the species near the Arctic. The Arctic animals will be off the balance, and this is just the polar bears. What would happen if it was a species that affected all of us? Now I'll be handing the mic over to Dolphin.
Well, sorry about that. Well, I don't know about all species, but that would be catastrophic. I do know that bees affect more than us. They affect lots of species, all herbivores and all animals that eat all plants. So it affects herbivores, and it also affects carnivores, because without the food for herbivores to eat, then there would be no herbivores, which are what carnivores eat. Carnivores eat plant-eating animals, and without those plant-eating animals, they would die. And then the cannibals and the carnivores that eat other carnivores, well, they would have no food because the other carnivores were dead. So it's basically a full chain reaction. So what would happen if there was a species like that? Well, there would be zero food. No, nothing. Nothing for no one to eat. So think about those kindergarten videos that say you need to fix your mistakes. And no, this is actually serious, not like a kindergarten video. So please, this affects you. It affects everyone on Earth. So we need to take action now. All you people who are sitting on your couch right now, on your bum, get up and do something. I woke up today. I was about to do that. Watched a TED Talk on this. And I was like, I'm going to go to the nursery. I did. I went to a plant nursery and I bought some bee-friendly plants. If you need fertilizers, alfalfa, natural plants are really, really good for this. Also, I wanted to just inform you, if you really wanted more thorough information on this, this is just the general idea. Martha Stewart, there's a Martha Stewart TED Talk. She had a really great TED Talk on this. It was very informative, amazingly thorough. So I really recommend her TED Talk. It was so good. And it's on bees. It really describes all of the details, all of the many species that are facing this and how many affect us. So I think you guys should really check it out. And yeah, shout out to Martha S. Your video really inspired me, and I hope this is watched by other people. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel. We have an important message to share, just like all of you do. Bye, guys. Out from the Animal Club.